Hi everyone, this video is about Proteus, the mythological character and your inner salt body. So in Greek mythology, Proteus was known as the old man of the sea, and he was seen as being versatile, adaptable, and he was known as the ruler over change. Much like the sea itself, as in ocean water, the character of Proteus embodied so much potential. Proteus could foretell the future, and his name meant mutable, changeable, and capable. Interestingly, the etymology of the name Proteus denotes primordial or firstborn. And Hermetic alchemists refer to our inner salt bodies as Proteus. And so Proteus is a key to scriptural metaphors as well as symbolic, hermetic, alchemical language. The inner salt body is also parallel with the solar body symbolized in the book of Revelation. And I do talk about this in Elevation, my book. So the scripture says, by the space of 1,600 furlongs, so basically 1,600 furlongs. So 1,600 is the Greek geometric value of soma heliakon, which means solar body, which is your inner salt body, your Proteus. So the Hermetic theory of elements with their virgin milk, which is soma, is an expose of our inner Proteus. In short, Proteus is a metaphor for our inner invisible bodies. When we look at old images of Proteus, we can clearly see all of the basic elements that make up our bodies on the atomic level. We can see the water surrounding him, which is the Hebrew letter mem, paralleled by hydrogen. We can see the fire with the shin symbol of his fork, which is paralleled by nitrogen. And obviously we can see the air in the sky, which is paralleled by the Hebrew letter aleph and oxygen. And of course we can see earth in his body and some other things around him, which is parallel to the letter lamed and the element of carbon. So of course these four, as I've described in other videos, are the basis of soma, or protoplasm, the water of life. Soma, as we've discussed previously, is the subtlest form of matter. It is the protoplasm or cytoplasm of modern science, present in every cell of your body. And when light, which is paralleled by the Hebrew letter samek and the phosphorus atom, enters the equation, the two-stranded DNA helix, which is the two serpents or strands, are birthed in the soma of the cell, and so our physical bodies are built. So basically, just as soma births DNA and consequently cells, Proteus lived at sea and could morph into infinite forms. The author Francois Perrand describes Proteus as the life-maintaining, indestructible, and attracting principle in the human being. Saints sages, prophets, and gurus have taught what's known as vita activa, the activation of Proteus, for centuries. When practically followed with loving devotion, many spiritual and religious practices either knowingly or unknowingly initiate what the alchemists called vita activa, the activation of Proteus. Of course, the vita activa is parallel with Christ's resurrection body, the preservation of the sacred secretion, the kundalini awakening, the great regeneration, and superconsciousness awakening, which occurs monthly when the moon is in your sun sign. Specifically, the overlap between tropical and sidereal systems. Alchemists considered the main task, or what they called the work, to be that of cleansing the mind, the body, and the soul, which consequently regenerated their light bodies, their soma heliakons, and invigorated their connection with spirit, with limitless potential, the divine principle. Of course, the Christian Bible and Eastern doctrines also promote cleansing with their fasts, yoga exercises, pranayamas or breath exercises, and of course meditations too. Alchemists believed that lapis philosophorum was the mystery of Proteus, the inner salt body. Lapis philosophorum is Latin for the philosopher's stone. The philosopher's stone was known as a substance capable of transmuting base materials into finer substances, and it was a symbol of perfection and heavenly bliss. The philosopher's stone was basically the holy grail of alchemy and has been known by many names, including the elixir of life. Samael Aun says that the philosopher's stone is the minerals within sexual vital fluids that can be reabsorbed into the body when retention is practiced at the correct time. So instead of the pineal or the thalamus maybe being labelled as the philosopher's stone, I would suggest that the true stone is the mineral salts or rock salts that combine by thought and emotion to build our cells, which consequently build our bodies. And so the great regeneration occurs from the inside out in accordance with natural law. When we save seed during our superconsciousness awakening practice time, we are saving the mineral salts that make our minds, bodies, and souls thrive. This assigning of the Philosopher's Stone is further validated by Anna Kingsford in The Perfect Way. And that book, I have to say, is one of my favourites, and it's a must read for anyone who's on this path. It's quite a lot to digest, but there are so many wonderful pieces of information in there. She says, "The white stone has always been the object of special veneration. It is the well-known symbol of the divine spirit, the nucleoli of the cell, the sun of the system, the head of the pyramid." And so, as I've said in other videos, the nucleoli of every cell in your body are rich with mineral salts, and protoplasm births these salts. Again, this is Proteus, your inner salt body. The consequent layers of your body and your organs, etc., cannot be born or produced without this first primordial substance. In his book Zodiac and the Salts of Salvation, Dr. Carey puts it like this: the brain essence, CSF, is a protid. In fact, this ancient of days in the Greek myth was Proteus, the first substance. So now that we've understood this, let's talk about how we cleanse and activate our inner Proteus. I have given guidelines previously in the God Design and in the Cell of Life books, and the most comprehensive guide and resources are included within the teachable course called Super Consciousness Awakening. But for the sake of this video and for all those of you who are earnestly seeking answers, I will do my best to share the main keys with you now. So first of all, you need to be conscious of life's two major inputs. The first major input is sensory input. Low frequencies lower your ability to regenerate. So you need to keep your mental chatter positive. Keep your emotions loving, joyful and calm, and avoid at all costs violence or stress-inducing people and media like films, programs, or the news. Even your memories manifest and affect your internal systems. So you need to do your best to let go of unforgiveness and resentment wherever possible, and don't replay ancient scenarios. It's all history, water under a bridge. So please choose freedom for yourself, your cells instead. Remember, everything you are exposed to affects your mind, body and soul via your lymph water system. Keep your vibe high through bhakti, a disposition of loving devotion, childlike awe, gratitude and compassion. These are some of the most highest vibrations, emotions that you can embody. Sincerity in your motivation is everything. The vibratory frequencies produced by having a disposition of love, calmness, joy and gratitude will assist the pituitary gland with oxytocin and vasopressin release, which in turn facilitates pineal metabolism, melatonin upgrades. Strong negative emotions such as anger, fear, anxiety or guilt cause the body to secrete chemicals such as cortisol that oppose or reduce pineal metabolism. And that is just taken from the Super Consciousness Awakening course by Seek Vision, available on Teachable. So the second major input that we need to discuss is nourishment, physical nourishment, food and drink. Don't overeat. Being overly full and bloated immediately acidifies your body and puts stress on your cells. Don't consume any stimulants, including caffeine, which blocks ATP. You can't use mind-altering substances such as cannabis, and don't consume acidic, low-vibe foods such as meat or refined sugar. And you can't drink alcohol because that acidifies the blood also. Now, if you follow these guidelines, you will be producing plenty of endogenous or self-made DMT, which can actually cause addictions to caffeine and other stimulants to dissolve as if by magic. Obviously, nicotine is a big no-no as well. A natural vegan fast with plenty of lime or other fruit-infused water, at least 3 litres a day, will be awesome. And this will also calcify your vital fluid channels and endocrine glands as well. So with these 2 input modes in mind, the more subtle inputs and the gross physical inputs, you can work on keeping yourself in a vibration of love and gratitude for the duration of your practice when the moon is in your sun sign, and keeping your body's pH balanced. And you can take time to further cleanse your system with deep nasal breathing, and silent meditation is wonderful and highly beneficial as well. This is due to your body's innate ability to deliberately switch from sympathetic into parasympathetic healing and clearing mode. Singing and humming positive songs, especially gratitude songs and mantras, can also have the effect of switching you into parasympathetic mode. Now, ensuring you have plenty of sleep and relaxation is also important, but not to just phone surf, but to fully switch off from external influence. So I recommend fasting from your devices as much as possible. I know you have to work, but just, within your realistic parameters. Remember, you're tuning into your own super consciousness and your own connection with the divine in and through you. So your inner antenna need the time and space to see and hear clear downloads. Thyroxine, that magical compound, cleanses or baptizes your CSF while you're asleep and while you're relaxing. And don't forget to pray and set your intentions, and don't be afraid to ask God or the source power in and through every atom of your being to help you feel real love and grace. You should also take light exercise such as yoga or nature walking. Barefoot is even better. And you should probably aim to be slightly out of breath to increase nitric oxide production, but not exasperated, not like gasping for air. And last, but by no means least, you need to practice retention. This means no physical or mental sexual stimulation and or release, climax, while the moon is in your sun sign. So if you observe these simple guidelines with pure intention, you will be well on your way to reaping the benefits of this sacred phenomenon. You need to cleanse your lens between the manifest and the unmanifest, and you will notice your own enlightenment occurring by degree. Sometimes the effects will be really subtle and other times they will be very dramatic, but stay the path. Your shining temple cannot be built in a day. As Charles Fillmore says, be patient and wise. Pronounce nothing evil and only good will come. God is good and God is all. Therefore, all is good. This is Eden consciousness. As it says in the Bible, if thine eye shall be single, then thy whole body shall be filled with light. Remember, among our associates, we like and are attracted to those who understand and sympathize with our own thoughts. And the same law holds good in divine mind, God. Its thoughts are literally drawn to and find expression in the minds of those who raise themselves to its thought standards. So, thank you very much for watching. All the links and resources can be found in the description box below this video. It is, as always, an honor to journey with you all. And remember, there is unity between each and every one of us. And there's no competition. Your personal best is perfect. Namaste.